1 3.5 ounce box of lemon pudding mix, 4 eggs, 1 1/4 cup of Mountain Dew, half a cup of vegetable oil, and 1 cup salted butter. Perfect. Oh, hello. Wasn't expecting you so soon. Welcome back to Cooking with Andy. I was just finishing up a recipe for you guys for Mountain Dew flavored cupcakes. Really excited to put this together for you. A one-of-a-kind treat. So come along with me on Cooking with Andy. Let's do this thing. Cooking with Andy. So we're gonna preheat the oven to 350 degrees, and now that's preheating. We're gonna list off the ingredients for both the frosting and for the actual cake mix. I'm gonna kind of list them out for you, but I'm gonna be mixing them together at the same time. So the first thing we're gonna wanna do is mix in an 18-ounce box or bag of lemon mix. So this is a lemon muffin mix, but you can also use a cake mix, you can use a cupcake mix, whatever you wanna use. I prefer the lemon mix just because it does offer some poppy seeds in it, and I like to have the poppy seeds to kind of give the Mountain Dew cupcake a little bit of a crunch. So we're gonna go ahead and dump this into the bowl. Just kind of take a look at the mix it around a little bit. If it sticks to your fingers, it's fresh. You also want to give it a little bit of a taste. And yeah, it's definitely the right mix of lemon and poppy. So next what we're gonna do is we're going to be mixing in a lemon pudding mix. So this isn't lemon, it's vanilla. The reason I chose vanilla is because it's a perfect base flavor for our Mountain Dew. And we're gonna mix that in. So next we're gonna take 4 eggs. So I've got 2 eggs here. I'm just gonna give those a crack and mix them in there. Then we're gonna go ahead and get this mixed up. You can really smell this. It smells like a perfect blend of vanilla and lemon. So what we're gonna wanna add in is about 1 1/4 cups of Mountain Dew. This is a bottle of real sugared Mountain Dew. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add in 1 cup. You just gotta be careful, it's pretty fizzy, as you know. We're gonna pour that in. Then we're just gonna add in a little bit more as a 1/4 cup. Mix that in. So now we've got Mountain Dew mixing in. So we're gonna add a half a cup of vegetable oil. And this is gonna really lock the ingredients together. So it adds more as like a conduit for between the Mountain Dew and the actual cake mix. And as we mix this up, it'll become just a really powerful muffin. So what we wanna do next is our cupcake pan. So what I got from Whole Foods was I wound up getting some large baking cups. So let's just go ahead and line these all up. And what's great about these is you don't need to use extra butter, you don't need to use Crisco, you can just pop these in, they're ready to go. You know, what I realized we did was add maybe slightly a little bit too much Mountain Dew. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add in a little bit of flour, and this is gonna be able to thicken it up a little bit more and help the binding process really finalize. So I'm gonna add in, you know, probably about like half a cup of flour and really just let this absorb. And this is really gonna allow it to thicken up. Let's actually give the actual cupcake its greenish hue, which will reflect our Mountain Dew. We've got 3 different colors of food coloring. So this is yellow, and this is blue. And so yellow and blue make what? They make green. We're gonna mix a couple blues in there, and it's all natural. This is made from vegetables. And we're gonna mix this together, and we're gonna make a beautiful green cake mix. This looks way better now that we've added flour to the ingredients. Really thickens it up and makes it to the right consistency that we expect out of a muffin. So now what we're gonna do is we're going to take our Mountain Dew mix and we're actually put it into the individual cups. And we're just gonna take our mix and we're gonna pour this in. For pouring in, what we're using is the slop technique. And what this allows for is just for you to fill up the entire muffin. And then it allows for little muffin in-betweeners. This is the best way. And remember, one last time before you put it into the oven, is you want to make sure you're tasting it and giving it a final check. So we're just going to grab a little bit of it, give it a taste. It's perfect. Okay, so next what we're going to do is we're going to put these into the oven, and they're going to go into the oven for about 13 to 17 minutes. Let's go ahead and kick the timer on, and we'll go ahead, while we're doing that, we're going to make the frosting. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to bring this butter down to room temperature. So I'm going to put this into the microwave, give that a chance to melt down, and it's going to be a lot easier to mix in. So next we're going to put in 4 cups of confectioner's sugar. We're going to just pour in a cup here and then dump it in. So let's take a bigger bowl, and we'll take our 4 cups of confectioner's sugar, we're gonna pour it right in there. So next we're gonna add in the 1 cup of salted butter. So now we've got a good steaming cup of butter. Pour that in there. So next we're gonna wanna add in about 1/8 cup of Mountain Dew soda. So we're gonna wanna add in 1/2 tablespoon of lemon juice and 1/2 tablespoon of lime juice. So now we're gonna mix this all together. It's really a collection of flavors here. So it's looking to be a little runny. So I'm gonna add a little bit more sugar because the frosting's coming up a little thin. And then what we're gonna finally do is we're gonna add in the food coloring, blue and yellow. We're gonna mix this in. Now we got a really good fluorescent green going. And so this is gonna make a really good frosting for the cupcakes. So what we wanna do too is just make sure we get a good taste going. All right, so with another 6 seconds to go, let's go ahead and get our cupcakes out and they'll be ready here in about 2, 1. Here we go. All right, so let's go ahead and get these cupcakes out. Look at how much they've risen. They really have a lot of yeast in there and it really helps them grow. What we want to do is transfer these from here into another pan that's been sitting at room temperature. But the reason we're pulling these out is that they will continue to cook if you keep them in the pan and the pan is warm. So we could wind up burning the muffins and we don't want to do that. So now that these have had about 20 minutes to cool down, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put on our frosting mix. Now remember, these cupcakes are spiked with Mountain Dew as well as our frosting. So this really is a true dew. It actually almost reminds you of like a glazed donut, but what it really tastes like is a lemony, Mountain Dewy muffin. Now we've got our muffins ready to go. What we want to do now to make them presentable is just take out one of your cupcakes and then just put a little cupcake, little Mountain Dew can in there. That way people know what type of muffins they're going to be getting. And now you've got yourself a beautiful cupcake infused with Mountain Dew. All right, well, thanks for joining me on Cooking with Andy. I hope you enjoyed our experience in making Mountain Dew cupcakes. I'm really excited to share these with my family on our upcoming dinner together. But this looks delicious. You can see it's got the poppy seeds popping out. Do the do. Mountain Dew cupcakes.